Alright guys, you know what this last song means? Hide your mamas. Hide your grandmas. I guess hide your daddies and your brothers too. But get your snacks. We're getting ready to have a very spicy live because I am over this dude. Let's go.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's the same, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Those of you who are asking what did he do, you're gonna find out with this podcast. Don't be worried.
I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Lord have mercy. Oh, God. My hair's a lot messier than I thought it was. Holy shit. Hold on. Hold on, yo. Woo, child. Lord have mercy. I didn't realize my hair was that messy. I just woke up like an hour ago. And thank God my cats know how to tell time. Because they woke me up like, yo, Mom, you're going to feed us? It's 7 o'clock. Dad's not here. You going to feed us? You going to feed us? Okay, that's better. Now. Fucking camera. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. We're good. Okay. Oh, no, not like that. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Did you get Skip? I hope you're okay with Xylie shitting on. That ain't her, man. The hell? Mm. Oh, Jingo. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Listen, I took a nap, Rennie, okay? I just took a nap. I took a nap for like almost 4 hours. It was a great nap, too. Me and Pumpkin just cuddled right up. I was holding her like a baby here, and she was so comfortable, and I fell asleep. Blame it on Pumpkin. If she wasn't so damn comfortable, I wouldn't sleep. So I was like, Skip's like, that ain't my man. No. That ain't my man. Rennie, why haven't you slept yet? I swear to God. What's up, Pickle? Okay, now, I need to know this from y'all first, because I covered this. I covered the original controversy on a members live, alright? So I need to know, one's in the chat, if you know what Ethan Klein did and how he spoke to a gay man that came up and called him out for saying, hey, you know, about power bottoms and stuff like that, and Ethan Klein got very disrespectful to him. Put a 1 in the chat if you know about that. Because I need to know if I need to go over that real quick or not. What's up, Kelly? Alright, cool. So it looks like I don't have to go about it. Deleted account. Bless your heart. King Quinn, I think you were there. I need you to start remembering what you see. Oh, you mean you were watching it in real time? Ugh. Okay, so basically, for the several couple of people who don't know, all right, hold on. Give me a second. Why did I do that, you idiot? Okay. This one is the best one, and it goes the fastest. You just gotta let me find it first. Alright. Because I didn't know. I didn't know if y'all knew about this or not. Ooh. I want to say it's this one.
Question and a...
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna let... Yeah, it's only like about 3 minutes. Okay. So, I'm gonna let Philip DeFranco tell you the TLDR on it, alright? Yeah, you know what though, Beauty Demon? I've been saying it since 2020. Ethan Klein is not the anti-Keemstar dude. He is not. Well, okay, he is anti-Keemstar, okay? But he's very much still, he panders. He panders to his audience. His whole point was to get an audience that hated Keemstar, that would go after Keemstar, and has turned around and bit him in the ass. That's what happens when you pander and you're not real. Alright? Just saying. Alright, so I'm going to let Philip DeFranco explain it to everybody who doesn't understand, if he doesn't know. Alright?
Keep this thing going. And then, over on the text line, which of course you can text me at 813-213-4423, one of the most requested stories from you beautiful bastards were for updates around Ethan Klein. Since we last talked about this, we've seen more fallout around Ethan Klein's comments about James Charles last week on his H3 podcast, with Ethan announcing on his April 18th podcast.
Today we have no sponsors because I am an existential threat to gay rights and all progress. So, of course, our wonderful fans have taken upon themselves to write all of our sponsors and to have them can't not sponsor or not to support us.
Right, so if you don't remember, Ethan made what many found to be offensive comments about James being a bottom. Comments that many of Ethan's fans later criticized as homophobic and based on stereotypes. With many also pointing to a moment where he had someone calling into the podcast trying to explain to Ethan why those comments were so damaging, with Ethan responding.
Do you find it offensive?
Okay, I just want to say, the guy who called in the whole time, because we, on the members live, we listened to the phone call, and he was so sweet, and he was telling him, I'm still a fan of yours. I think you're an ally, but basically, I think you messed up, but you can come back from it, and you shouldn't say this, and really trying to educate Ethan. Was such a fucking sweetheart to Ethan. And Ethan basically threw shit in his face. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute. All right.
Into the podcast trying to explain to Ethan why those comments were so damaging, with Ethan responding.
Do you find it offensive if I say, by being like, oh, he's probably a bottom? Is that the problem? To make
Absolutely.
Can I guess what is your preference?
You can.
Will you tell me if it's right, if I guess right?
No.
But that said, like we talked about, Ethan did later apologize, noting that he pressed the caller inappropriately and saying, hope you guys know I always mean well. Also addressing it on the next podcast, it seemingly was over until, of course, it wasn't. With Ethan making the announcement about his sponsors on the 18th, but then also adding,
I'll just say this. I'm very thankful to our members. It makes this show kind of bulletproof to stuff like this, even though it's painful and emotionally it's just painful that people would do that. You expect a little more of the sponsors in a way, but I get it. It's just transactional for them, but I feel like I put so much into our good partners, and it's kind of crazy when they just drop you like a bag of dirt.
Ethan, all they did was do what you taught them. You taught them that was okay. Remember, you like going after sponsors of people. Just saying. Just saying.
Went over some bullshit.
Following this, we've seen a number of different reactions from all sorts of people. You had a number of people saying, hey, this is just going to make me double down my support on Ethan. I'm going to be a paid member. I'm going to buy more Teddy Fresh. I'm maybe even going to boycott the brands that dropped him.
Exactly, Skip. It's called karma. 100%.
But on the other hand, there were people out there that were happy to see this, with a number of them saying this is something that Ethan's done to other content creators in the past. And then you see people yelling at each other, debating this, is that an apt comparison? With people also digging up and sharing a tweet from Jordan Peterson back in January, where while he was talking about and to Ethan, he said, I should warn you that those who engage in cancel culture generally live to regret it. I'm not going to come after you except politely in this Twitter stream, but the chickens will definitely come home to.
Okay, can't stand Jordan Peterson. Can't stand Jordan Peterson. But he's not wrong by that statement. If you cultivate an audience that it is okay to go after sponsors and completely cancel people and take their bags and stuff like that, that's what's going to happen to you. Period. Period. That's what's going to happen to you. That's the audience you cultivated. That's what's going to happen to you.
Ruse. You will be held to higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. And actually, last night, that's something that Hassan Piker touched on. Hassan, of course, a political commentator. Also, he's in the unique position of having been, or is still, I'm not sure the status of the show, but having been a co-host with Ethan. With him tweeting, right-wingers will always keep winning. We treat people trying to learn and do better worse than we...
Hassan, sexy man. But still, you need to sit down and shut the fuck up about this one, because your damn tweet had nothing to do with what Ethan Klein did and how he disrespected a member of his channel. How he disrespected him. He not only disrespected him, he disrespected a whole community. And got shit to do with the fuck you're saying in your tweet. I'm sorry. You're sexy as hell, but you need to sit the hell down with this one. I'm sorry. Yes, he is. I think he's sexy, Skip. Leave me alone. We all have one. Hassan is my one, okay?
do right-wingers. We have no power over the system slanted in their favor. This kind of shit is just about feeling control and power. It's not about progress or justice. And sarcastically adding, it's okay though, all the weirdo right-wingers who celebrate—
Exactly, Yamina. He just needs to stand there and look pretty. That's it. Exactly. He don't need to be saying all this shit he's saying.
The left eating its own again, while Republican legislators are passing abortion and anti-LGBT bills. And so now with all of that said, I want to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts with how all of this is played out?
Karma. That's my thoughts. Okay, so that's the TLDR of what Ethan Klein did. All right, so are we now caught up? I'm hoping that we're now caught up. All right. All right. Now, dear Def Noodles, I need you to sit down, shut the fuck up, and stop standing for Ethan so goddamn much so you can just take a dig at Keemstar and now you're doing friendly fire to other people. I need you to sit down and shut the fuck up and learn a joke or two, because your ass ain't funny whatsoever. You think you're funny to the point, and you think you're standing for Ethan Klein to the point that you're going to tell a gay man that he's wrong about speaking up on what Ethan Klein did? Who the fuck are you? Who are you to do that? What Ethan Klein did affected his community. Who are you to tell him he can't say anything? Who are you to accuse him of being part of the alt-right pipeline? Are you serious? And on top of everything, you're making me, oh my God, I am actually more upset with you than anything about this. Well, no, I wouldn't say anything. I am as equally upset at the fact that you're making me stick up for Rich Lux. I don't like Rich Lux. It is well documented on this channel that I do not like Rich Lux. But I'll be damned if Def Noodles should be allowed to say what he said. Okay? Listen, I don't care if some of y'all like Rich Lux. That ain't got nothing to do with me. If y'all like Rich Lux, go like him. I don't care. I'm talking about me. I do not like Rich Lux. Alright? I do not like Rich Lux. I do not like him. Alright? Listen, this isn't, oh God, ADHD brain. This isn't an echo chamber, okay? I see plenty of y'all in chats of people I don't like. I don't hold that against y'all. Y'all are grown. Y'all can go watch whoever the hell you want. Me personally, Def Noodles is making me stick up for Rich Lux. But when it boils down to it, their overall narrative is more important whether I like Rich Lux or not. The overall narrative is more important than whether I personally like Rich Lux or not. Because you literally, dude, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch Rich Lux video, alright? About how Def Noodles came after him, alright? And I watched the Def Noodles video. I'll put the Def Noodles video in the description, alright? But I made sure it wasn't out of context. Because again, this is Rich Lux. Alright? So I wanted to double back and make sure it wasn't out of context. Oh no, it wasn't out of context. I don't blame Rich Lux at all. So we, as a collective, we're going to watch Rich Lux. And Def Noodles, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. All for standing for Ethan Klein. Def Noodles, listen, you've already destroyed your own shit. Any and every chance you get, you have to have Keemstar coming out of your mouth. It's getting to the point you are fucking obsessed. You need a break. And to go as so far as to silence people's voices when what Ethan did affected their community, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's not being an ally. I'm just saying. Yes, exactly, Amber Chick. I don't blame him one bit either. Def Noodles needs to sit down and shut the fuck up somewhere. Yes. Yeah, I know you don't like either one of them, bitchy. Bitchy's like, I don't like either one of them. But no, seriously, what Def Noodles, what you did was way, 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 way too far. And I will put Def Noodles' original video in the description below, so you can go watch the video and see everything that he said. Okay? But Rich Lux did not take it out of context. I went there specifically myself to make sure it wasn't taken out of context. Because, again, we're dealing with Rich Lux here. Alright? I don't blame him for being wrong. I don't blame him for being pissed.
Both Rich Lux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline.
This is not the video that I intended to make today.
Oh, why are you so low? At least you're not like James Charles low, but you're still low, dude.
Okay? But I have been getting so many messages in my DMs, my emails from this alt-wide community of people. I've been getting messages from you guys saying that Def Noodles came for me and saying that I was alt-white pipeline or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking? I don't know anything about that.
What's up, Tipster?
Okay? I don't even know how to spell that, much less know what that is.
Sponsors of various shows that he decided were too right-wing.
I want to congratulate both Rich Lux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline and supplying motherfuckers like Gavin McInnes and Tim Stoll with the narratives that they want so they can continue to work against progressive causes, which is, at the end of the day, exactly what Rich Lux and Keemstar wanted, right? But
Okay. I want to bring attention to this also. Because he made a fucking YouTube video, because they made a fucking tweet, guess what? I'm a progressive too. And I have a nice video on my members where I called Ethan Klein a piece of shit for what he did. And I've been calling out Ethan Klein since 2020 saying he does nothing but fucking pander to his goddamn audience because he wants an audience that can take down Keemstar. He's been doing it since he got with Trisha. He's pandering. So what, am I going down the alt-right pipeline now too? I am progressive. And that's why what you did pissed me the fuck off. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody because a whole bunch of people called out Ethan for what the fuck he did. Oh, Lord have mercy, he needs to sit down. Shut the fuck
should
up.
we really be that surprised? Our enemies on the far right end up using that to hurt our very causes. The real enemy here are people like Gavin McInnes.
Why are those videos on Patreon? What are you talking about, Mary Jane? This is crazy. Yeah, Rich has. He has, Tipster.
Who start hate groups, who are ultra-nationalistic, who believe in racial
bit.
purity, and are actively working against progressive causes, who actually hate the LGBT community. And what we're doing by literally dragging Ethan Klein through the coals is giving people like Gavin the fodder so that he can influence people against progressive causes and the very things that we work for every single day. Now, if you think that it's a random coincidence that somebody who's on the far, alt-right, nationalistic, fucking neo-Nazi wing of the spectrum is saying the same shit as Jordan Peterson and somebody who pretends to be at the center and is known for being a fucking fence sitter, then you are really out of touch because there's absolutely...
Okay, so apparently...
Okay, before Rich Lux get into it, hold on. So, we're not supposed to call Ethan out on his bullshit? We're not supposed to call Ethan out on his bullshit. Guess what? Let me let you in on something there, Def Noodles, sir. Okay? In any given situation in the world, IRL or on the fucking interwebs, multiple people can be wrong in the same fucking situation. Ethan Klein was wrong. Ethan Klein was disrespectful. And you, in turn, are being disrespectful. So fuck you too.
I've lost subscribers because of what he said on his video, but what I don't understand is, like, what are you talking about? So I looked into it myself, right? And I'm trying so hard not to get offended, and I'm trying so hard not to be, you know how I get. I get emotional, I cry. I'm told myself I'm not gonna do that in this video. What I don't understand is, like, what are you talking about? So apparently I made a video a couple days ago calling out, pointing out, because I still am a fan of Ethan Klein. And I was basically saying that I don't think it was right for him to, you know, poke fun at when a gay caller who called him, who's part of the LGBTQIA community, right? And so that's basically what I said in the video. And that I still support Ethan Klein, and I still feel like he's a funny guy, and I like his content when I can catch up with these 3-hour vlogs or whatever that he's doing.
And the funny thing is, that's exactly what the caller was saying as Ethan Klein was being fucking disrespectful to him.
Right.
Will say it was gross and disappointing. Saying you can guess if Matt is a power bottom by his voice is so gross. But I was right. That was the point. Apologies to whatever his name was. Apparently I was homophobic to him. But whatever. What can you do?
Just so over these people. Shut the up! Shut up!
I just felt like that instance was just, it was just out of bounds. And I
agree.
Felt like I called it out. I felt like Ethan Klein, in a way, in my opinion, being a gay man myself, was actually making fun of a person of the LGBTQIA community. So did many of you guys. Over 100,000 you guys who watched my videos were liking and commenting and agreeing with what I was saying. So much so that Ethan Klein himself put out an apology about it. Okay? Well, it seems like because...
Alright, to all my LGBTQ plus fans, I am sorry for comments on Tuesday's show. The sexualization of gay men and the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller, too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well.
Certain YouTube...
Bullshit.
...YouTubers, as myself, had called it out, that we were somehow giving the alt pipeline ammunition to come...
Alt-right pipeline, Rich. Rich, alt-right pipeline. That's what he said.
I'm at Ethan Klein and how somehow I'm part of that community now. First of all, that's very damaging for you to assume that, okay? And I didn't go to the best schools. I'm not the best with my words, but someone on Twitter put it very, very well. Paige said, "Are you embarrassed? Alt-right pipeline? How do you overspeak a gay man who was offended by something Ethan said about his demographic and then call him out for supplying the alt-right information that Ethan himself put online?"
Okay, first of all, this wasn't on Twitter. This was the comment under Def Noodles' video. Okay. Second of all, she's 100% right. Ethan Klein did it himself originally on his fucking show. We're not allowed to talk about Ethan Klein? Fuck that! Try to shut me up. Try to shut me up. Please. Please try to shut me up. My own mama was never able to shut me up. I wish you would try.
Then professed to tell this LGBT member that Ethan is an ally, and ally isn't a descriptive term, it's an actionable term. You have to be active. So please tell me what Ethan is actively doing to be an ally. How is he giving back to the LGBTQIA community besides humiliating them publicly by feminizing certain aspects of their sexuality? Your fall from grace is the worst I've ever seen. The numbers are cute, but your soul is dead. Such a shame. Followed by another person that said, ironic that Def would use the alt-right pipeline argument to defend Ethan. Ethan helped build and popularize the pipeline back in the day. Erasing one video and lying about it doesn't
change reality. I mean, that person's not wrong. And I'm telling y'all, that's why I have been saying for 2 years now he's been pandering. He's been pandering. This whole entire fucking time he's been pandering. Once I figured it out, I was like, oh, no.
Change reality. Now, guys, I don't know anything about that. Okay, you guys know I'm very vapid.
And I want to say this, too. You can tell that this is a serious video for Rich Lux because he doesn't have his makeup on. he doesn't have the white eyeliner. That tells you that this is a serious video for him. That's true, Adrian. I agree, but my point is, Def had no business telling a gay man basically what he can and cannot be offended by. If it had to deal with his community. He had no business. For me, this isn't about Rich Lux. This is about the community as a whole. Skip, you're 100% correct. I mean, if you partake in those SJW spaces and you're bound by those community rules, can't pick and choose when it's applicable just because they're canceling you this time around. Deal with it. Bam.
And very superficial. Like, you know, it is what it is, right? To talk about this alt-right, left-right, Republican Party, Democrat Party, girl, I'm the taco party, okay? To me, when it comes to politics, I don't get involved in it. And you want my true opinion about politics? It seems like we take one...
I'm sorry, I had to giggle at that. When I first time I heard it, he was like, girl, I'm the taco party. I was like, I know that's right.
one crappy person, and we pin him against another crappier person, and you're supposed to vote whichever one you think is the less crappiest of the person. That's what I think when it comes to politics, okay? This is really
that
not my
has
gig.
been politics for a long time
I just
now.
like I see it. Ethan Klein said something that was offensive to an LGBTQA community. I spoke up about it, and I was like, I don't really think this is right. But I still like him, support him. I can see what he was saying. Ethan Klein then made an apology about it. Then Ethan Klein then made another apology about something else, and then another apology the next week about something else, and then the other day he made another apology about something else. So it seems like the first LGBT...
You know why? Because Ethan is starting to slip. Listen. I understand about people changing and growing. I have changed. From my videos from when I first started to now, I have changed. I have changed my outlook on cancel culture. I have changed about a lot of different things. I really have. Okay? I can understand change and grow. But here's my thing. Don't be fake about it. And if you're fake about it, eventually your mask is going to slip off. And to me, what's happening with Ethan Klein is that his mask is slipping off. He actually had a couple of mask slips when he was working with Trisha Paytas on Frenemies. But the thing is, it's Trisha Paytas. That's low-hanging fruit. How hard is it to get an own on Trisha fucking Paytas? So people didn't notice. People didn't notice the bullshit he was doing because it was Trisha Paytas, one of the most hated people on fucking YouTube. People didn't notice. You can only be fake about something for so long before your mask slips off.
LGBTQA apology wasn't even sincere because all the funny other fake apologies you put in after that. So it just doesn't make sense. And to me, yes, it does seem, in my opinion, with all peace and love and respect, it just seems like Def Noodles is defending Ethan Klein for what? Unnecessarily. Let me tell you something. Take it from me. I've been in this business for 10 years, okay? I ride hard for Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson got canceled at the house. I got hate for it too. Ride hard for Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star got canceled at the house. got hate for it too.
That's
you know
true.
So if you're gonna sit there and
he rides hard for him. He absolutely. But you know what? The one thing I will say about Rich Lux, and I will give Rich Lux about this video. Well, not the one thing. There's actually several things, but that point, I'll give it to Rich Lux. At least he's telling the truth about it. I don't like it. Can't stand Shane Dawson. Don't even get me started on Jeffree Star. All right? Ugh. Both of them. Gross. Ugh. All right? But at least Rich Lux can admit it. Ethan Klein's fake as fuck. And Def Noodles, you're riding for somebody that's fake as fuck. And you're burning down with him.
Ride or die for people. If you're going to ride for Ethan so hard, Ethan Klein will mess up again. Huge, if not bigger, in the future. And if you're going to defend him, then be prepared to get all the backlash and all the unsubscriptions and all the hate, the mob that comes with it when he messes up again. This is why you should like people, but don't die hard, ride for them to the point that you're going to lose it all. But I find it very damaging for you to associate me with this alt-right community, which I don't know anything about, okay? Let's just be honest. And I'm like, really? And now I got them that community trying to suck me in. Like, leave me alone, okay? Then on top of that, by painting me in that picture, okay, I'm a public figure. I know, I get it. I'm a public figure. You can say what you want about me. You can drag me to the I get it. But it's like, there's no proof that I am part of that community. Me, as an artist,
I can and have said a lot of things about Rich Lux, okay? I've said a lot of things about Rich Lux over the years, alright? But alt-right pipeline, just because he made a video as a gay man and talked about what Ethan did so disrespectfully to a gay man. And Def Noodles, you basically just told him to shut up. How dare you, dude? And don't come up with that, you don't know what my sexuality is. It's still, you're telling a gay man he cannot talk about a situation that was about a gay man. That's still rude as fuck. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck what your sexuality is. If you're going to tell a gay man that he can't talk about a situation dealing with a gay man, you're telling them to shut the fuck up about their own goddamn community. Fuck you for saying that. Period.
Artist whose music videos popularize drag culture, gay culture, and my music and my art and all that. It kind of looks bad, and I don't want people to think that I'm part of that community where they don't want to work with me anymore, including sponsors. Okay, I understand that you have Def Noodles disdain for Keemstar. I get it. I get the whole gay. Okay, I get it. But to me, I watch Keemstar. I watch Def Noodles. I watch Ethan Klein. I watch them all. I don't pick and choose who to watch because I'm team this or team that.
I have to admit, I watch everybody too. I watch everybody probably for a different reason, but I watch everybody. That's why I refuse to preach to my audience. Don't watch this person. You shouldn't watch this person. Don't know. The only thing I'm going to do is sit up here, be an old bitter bitch, and let y'all know, an old busted bitter bitch, excuse me, and let y'all know how I feel about these motherfuckers. Okay? That's all I do. I just sit up here and give you my opinion. You don't have to take in my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. This is not an echo chamber. We don't do that here at the Xylie Gets Real show. Okay? We don't do that here because we're all a bunch of grown folks that can make our own fucking decisions on what the fuck we watch. Amazing how that works, huh?
Team me. And you guys should pick and choose who you guys want to watch. Okay? It just really got under my skin that I was looped in to that culture or that side of the internet because
that non-functional Ethan Pete must taste real good for death to risk ruining his career. Tipster! God damn it, Tipster. I can't take you nowhere. I can't take you nowhere. What's up, not another housewife? Skip said, that's right. Fuck everybody. I quit watching all of them. I know you did, Skip. He knows he did bad. That's why he's in the chat going, you love me, you know it. Alright, let's keep going.
I called out Ethan Klein. And it really does feel like Def Noodles was using that argument to defend Ethan Klein. It really does. And I see it all over Twitter, all over the internet, that Def Noodles is ride or die for Ethan Klein.
This person says exactly. I stopped watching him nearly a year ago during his height of his feud with Keem. I don't particularly care for Keem, but Def's behavior from then on has been off-putting and downright alarming at times. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. It's sad because I genuinely enjoyed his content once upon a time. I liked Def Noodles once he took those ears off, alright? And he sounded more genuine. Alright, and I really liked him. There are several people in this audience that really liked him. We were like, oh, we like this Def Noodles. But then it started getting Keemstar, 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 Keemstar. The sky is blue, Keemstar. Water is wet, Keemstar. And before you know it, every single fucking episode is Keemstar, Keemstar, Keemstar. Dude, how bad did he hurt you? Sir!
Fine, that he's so far up his ass and all this stuff like that. And I'm just like, for what? You have an amazing channel. Do your thing. You don't need Ethan.
Dude's views are dropping and he's fighting with people in the comments and sometimes fighting with people who are supporting him. Exactly. Skip, I still watch Housewife though. I know that's right. I thought Def Noodles was alright back in the day, not no more. I mean, I thought he was a cool person. I remember when I got that follow back from him. I was feeling special. But he's okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, this is what the problem is with Def Noodles. On how I see it. Def Noodles has tunnel vision. Def Noodles has tunnel vision. Sometimes, especially when you're a creator, tunnel vision can fuck you up. Because all you're thinking about is how you're going to get at that person. You gotta let that tunnel vision grow. Oh, you gotta let that tunnel vision go if you want to grow. Or you want to keep making it. Because eventually, even your own supporters are going to get sick of it. Seriously. And that's what's going to happen. Tips are for 10. Dev just made Keem used to praise... Def just mad because Keem used to praise him, but had to call him out when he started messing up stories. He petty. Now, you're right. You're right. You're not wrong. I agree with Dark Magician. There's no reason to watch his content anymore. There isn't, because all it is about how Keemstar did this, Keemstar did that, Keemstar... I mean, listen, and I'm not the hugest fan of Keemstar, okay? But some of the shit that Def Noodles throws on Keemstar, I'm like, alright, dude, come on. Come on, man. Really? Really? Was that your Keemstar story of the day? Come on. Thanks for the 10, Tipster.
Klein the house, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, you want to know the truth? At the end of the day, Ethan Klein is looking out for Ethan Klein. Ain't worried about Def Noodles at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's the truth all day long.
Amen. He's not.
Years, these people, I love you so much. But when it comes to the end of the day, they're looking out for themselves. And I suggest you do the same. You don't have to throw me under the bus.
It's true.
A subscription.
Listen, Def Noodles, your audience is starting to turn against you too, okay? Have you noticed Ethan doesn't mention you much anymore? You know why? Because Ethan's audience is starting to get over your shit too. Everybody is getting over your shit. Whether they like Keemstar or not, they're getting over your shit, dude. They're over it. Done. Kaput. Done.
Subscription review. Because I can't get a view or like on my video to save my life. I can't get a subscription to save my life. But it's like you don't have to loop me in and throw me into that category because I'm not a part of that. I don't know anything about that.
It's not wrong.
That's not my gig. I don't know. But because of what you said, I did lose subscribers. I did get hate comments. I did get messages. And I did get a lot of unwarranted hate and a lot of unwarranted things in my DMs and my emails that I did not wish to see or be a part of. And I think it would be appropriately if you left an apology.
I 100% agree. And you know what? Leave an apology? Oh no, fuck that. I want a goddamn video of you apologizing to him so that your audience can fucking see it. That's what I want to see. Because you should apologize. How fucking dare you? How dare you? What? Because Rich Lux has... Hold on. Let's look at something. Rich Lux has 490k subscribers. So, are you going to come after an almost 4K subscriber count channel? Because guess what? I called Ethan Klein a piece of shit for doing that too. And I can tell you I'm most definitely not on the alt-right pipeline. But I think he's a piece of shit. I've been saying it since 2020. He panders. And now it's biting him in the ass. Tips are for another 10. Keem once considered Def as a replacement host for Drama Alert. Yep, he sure did. We did know that. It goes that deep, and suddenly his hatred for Keem makes so much more sense. You know, I don't know if it's because of the Drama Alert shit, or I think the hatred, I don't know, man. I think that hatred for Keem runs deep. I don't even know where it began. Because there's a lot of instances in which that hatred could have happened that I don't know, man. Oh, thank you, Not Another Housewife. I worked hard on that thumbnail. I made like 3 different ones to see which ones I like. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's keep going.
I really do appreciate that. Although we live in a world people don't do that today's time, right? I'm just saying, it's just a very bad look to prove a point. Ethan Klein will mess up again next week. You'll probably throw someone under the bus, call them alt-right wing. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's the alt-right pipeline, and then there's right wing, and then there's alt-right. Poor Rich, he don't. When it comes to that part, poor Rich, he don't know.
The emails, the messages go on and on and on. I got receipts from here to the moon about this situation. I don't. Here's another one right here. Def Noodles, you're giving Rich Lux way too much credit. He thinks alt-right is a keyboard command. I literally thought that's what that was. I don't understand what you're talking about. The messages go bad. What a shame. Def Noodles is such a joke. At this point, it's funnier than comedy he professes to make, but nobody laughs at. Here's the thing. I think Def Noodles is a comedian. I think that Ethan Klein is a comedian. I also feel like Def Noodles, Ethan Klein is a comedian. I know I'm...
Chingo J says, and he better make sure to say what he did in that apology. None of that. Well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I kind of agree, Tipster. Politics is cancer. That is true.
Comedian. I think that Ethan Klein is a comedian. I also feel like Def Noodles, Ethan Klein is a comedian. I know I'm a comedian. So it's kind of hard to decipher when someone's telling a joke and when they're being honest. But in my opinion, that wasn't a joke. I think it was real.
I agree.
And it was malicious, and it caused harm.
I agree.
To me and my brand, which I take very seriously. I know. It's hard to take that seriously. But I'm not going to let you step over me. I'm not going to let you walk over me. I'm defending myself in this video and saying that what you said about me in that video was not right and it's not okay. Because I am not those things that you said that I am. And that's why I'm making this video today.
I don't blame him.
At the cost to defend Ethan Klein.
I 1,000% agree with Rich Lux here. I do. I 1,000% agree. To get at Keemstar, you decided to go for Rich Lux. You know there were many people who make YouTube videos. And, okay, alright. So, obviously you have a problem with them boys and that whole community, commentary community. Okay, fine. Do you know there were many people who made videos about Ethan Klein doing that bullshit that is not part of the commentary community? That is nowhere Dem Boy adjacent? Nowhere near Dem Boy adjacent. But you had to pick the one that has 450,000 subscribers though, right? Come on, Def Noodles. Come on, because let me tell you something. By what you said, there's a whole bunch of us that's in the alt-right pipeline because we all called Ethan Klein a piece of shit for what he did.
So, if Ethan Klein is a part of the LGBTQA community, an ally, he says that he is, I never saw a donation to the LGBTQA, say, Los Angeles Center. I never saw any type of donations to the Teddy Fresh. Soon after his remarks were made about the LGBTQA community, and he said he was sorry, the next day, let's not forget, the next day after, it could be the next day after that, he dropped a whole new merch line with his wife, Ethan Klein, where he posed in the photos. It would have been nice if a portion of the proceeds would have went to some homeless LGBTQA center. It just would have been nice. But no, that I could have respected more. But if it was anybody else, if it was Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles, who did something or said something that ill toward a marginalized community and the next day dropped the merch line, y'all would have been on fire.
And that's not a lie. That's not a lie. Back when I used to be part of the beauty drama community, the whole thing was every time Jeffree Star got into some kind of issue or drama, right? The joke always was, oh, he must be dropping something soon. Because he always got in drama right before he dropped like beauty line or merch or anything like that. Okay? And he would get tore up knowing that he started or whatever that shit to sell his product. Everybody knows that, all right? And he would get tore up on Twitter. He would get tore up on comments. And I agree. Why isn't Ethan Klein getting tore up? But me personally, I don't think Ethan Klein did this because merch was dropping. I think Ethan Klein did this because his mask is slipping. I think Ethan Klein panders. And now he's getting caught up in his own pandering. Karma, like Skip said before.
Where was the outrage for that? And I keep saying this time and time again, that some YouTubers can get away with so much and some can't. I just kind of felt that where was people nowadays, oh, I'm an ally. I changed my profile picture. I said I was an ally, but there's no photos, there's no you engaging, there's no donations to causes, there's no spreading awareness, anything. That's the part I don't like about the situation. I will continue to watch and support and peace and love to all these YouTubers, Ethan Klein, Keemstar, Def Noodles. I just feel like it was foul and it was out of bounds. That's all I have to say. Tomorrow we'll go.
I completely agree. I completely agree with that. You know? And again, you know, I have a history of not liking Rich Lux. I have a history of not liking Rich Lux. Called him out on Twitter a couple times. I got a couple of videos about Rich Lux. But this isn't just about Rich Lux. This is about that community. You know? And to me, that's a greater cause than, you know, Rich Lux. What he did to Rich Lux was wrong. I'm sorry. I believe that in my heart. Because if it wasn't Rich Lux, it could have been anybody. It could have been another gay man. It could have been anybody. Just because you're standing for Ethan Klein because he is the antithesis to Keemstar, who you have a hate boner for. It's ridiculous. Does anybody have anything to say? It is weird when people support a cause just for the optics of it. It never works and then always gets found out exactly. People notice Ethan pandering and it's finally coming to light. I think Ethan is over that community though, and I think he's trying to slowly work his way to where he was before. Mary Jane, I actually agree with you. I think he's doing the exact same thing. I think that he cultivated a certain audience. And I think it started when he did his fat joke on Nicholas DeOrio. Now, his audience, they hate his core audience, hate Nicholas DeOrio. They hate Nicholas DeOrio. And they were calling his ass out for fat shaming Nicholas DeOrio. And I think then is when it switched in his head, oh shit, I can't even make a fat joke about Nicholas DeOrio. There's something wrong. And I think that's exactly what happened. I don't think Ethan Klein wants to be there anymore. I think he's like, take me off this bus. I don't want to be here anymore. You can only fake it. Listen, you can fake it till you make it, but eventually, you're not going to be able to fake it anymore, and I think that's what Ethan Klein's doing. He can't fake it anymore. I don't think he can fake it anymore. Skip, no, identity politics is cringe, even more cringe when weaponized. That's it, that's all. Yep. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to make a playlist of Def Noodles now. Because I'm just over Def Noodles. And I used to fight. I even voiced over a video defending Def Noodles. And look at me now. Stefani with the 20. I'm usually in the clouds, but I gotta say this. I can't accept Ethan's I didn't realize saying that to a gay man was so bad shtick. He pushed he pushed a gay man to speak about his intimate life on an internet stage. You're exactly right, Stefani. And thank you for the 20. I appreciate it. No, you're exactly right. That's exactly what he did. And he was like really rude about it. Like the guy was so sweet. He was like, you know, I'm a fan of yours and I watch every show. And I mean, the guy was so sweet on the phone. It was so cringe listening to that call. Again, we did it on a membership live. Members only live. But it was like fucking sad to watch. Like, dude, this guy is a genuine fan. Why are you being so fucking rude to him? It was so sad to watch. So, you mean, I want D'Angelo back. We can trade him for Def Noodles. Pokimane is healing right now. He had a really bad accident. He put a community post out. He's healing. He's, going through it right now. I know one of, I believe, was it, I can't remember, one of his other, dogs passed away also. I want to say it was Boo that passed away, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it was one of them. But he's coming back. But he's healing right now and taking some time and, doing his thing. So, the only thing we can do is wish Pokimane well. Ethan thinks how so many small-minded people think, and it's that being LGBTQ is just about sex. That's what it sounded like. It was Tucker. Okay, it was Tucker, not Boo Radley. It was Tucker that passed away. Yeah. So, I miss Peter too. I'm still damn and determined to be a good Judy at Pokimane. I don't care what anybody says. Fight me. Fight me. I believe he's taking some time off, Angel. Alright guys, anything else before we get out of here? I know this was a short stream, but I just had to spaz out about Def Noodles a little bit because yeah, he's being absolutely ridiculous. Listen, I can understand being fans for people, and I can understand sticking up for people that you like or you like their content and stuff like that. I get that. But to stand them to a point that you defend bad behavior, there's something wrong. You can still like somebody and still call out their bad behavior. I just so happen to not like Ethan Klein. And I don't like Def Noodles anymore. Yeah, D'Angelo's taking care of his mental health. So, alright guys, well I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a great night. And remember, watch who you want and don't stand a motherfucker. Because everybody fucks up. Remember, we're all assholes here on YouTube. It just depends on what varying degree of asshole we are. And I'm including myself. I'm an asshole. Ask Skip and Amber. They know. They'll tell you quick I'm an asshole. Anyway, y'all have a great night. And remember, keep it real.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. mean, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss, don't forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker